So I just made it to Tucson Airport. It's 2:30 a.m. and there's not a soul around. This place is dead. So here I wait. I made it. I'm in Puerto Vallarta. It's beautiful. Oh, wish you were here. Enjoying it with me. And here we have a donkey. Just donkeying around. Next to that cowboy, that vaquero. Well. Doggy rescue. Perros. That's perfect. Look at that. Colonia Americana, one of the nicest neighborhoods in all of Guadalajara. Up there with Chapelita and Santa Tere and a few others, but this is nice. Holy cow, I love it here. I feel right at home. Totally at home. I'm just waiting for an Uber to pick me up because my two business coaches want to interview me and learn my story on how I got myself here to Guadalajara, Mexico. So yeah, that sounds like fun. I get to meet them in person. I don't think I've ever met anyone on YouTube in person before, so this will be fun.
Why was it that you wanted to get out of the U.S. so bad in the first place?
Two main reasons. One is economic. My career has come to a stop. I was a patent examiner for 14 years, and for economic reasons, there's talk of a recession and maybe even a depression. So for that reason, companies aren't filing nearly as many patent applications as they were in the past. So that impacted me directly. So I've left that work. There's also the political reasons. I won't get into detail, but it's not a good scene in the United States. So I'm very concerned about it. I'm in my new digs in the hostel west of where I was staying. In this new place on a month-to-month basis. I'll show you around here. This is a little tiny ceiling fan. It's a decently sized room. It's adequate. Nice big bed. All my freaking bags. This is the baño. Yeah, this looks nice. Nice private shower. There's a desk where I can set up my laptop and I could start shooting YouTube videos starting tomorrow. I made it to Soriana. This is the supermarket, Supermercado Soriana. Es más mejor en comparación con Walmart. It's better compared to Walmart. Yeah, we got all kinds of cool shit here, but I gotta figure out what to buy. I need bagels, I need bread, I got toothbrushes. What do we got here? This is where the fun begins. I got to interpret these labels. FUD. Okay, those are hot dogs. I don't want hot dogs. No. Pechuga de pavo. Okay, that's probably... Oh, jamon is ham. Okay, cool. Ham. Pechuga de pavo. I'm thinking that's turkey. Yeah, this is the challenge. Figuring out stuff, but I know I can do it. Señor, en esta bolsa tengo una pair de pantalones. Necesito dos cosas. ¿Sería posible para arreglar ¿cómo se dice? Hole. Un hole en ese pantalones. Y quisiera hacerlos 2 centímetros más corto.
Ponerle un parche aquí.
Sí, un patch.
Un parche.
Un patch. Y esos pantalones son muy Long, largo, quiero más corto, 2 centímetros aproximadamente.
2 centímetros nomás.
Sí, aproximadamente. Por lo menos 1 centímetro.
2 centímetros viene.
Sí, cuando llevo esos pantalones overlap, como se dice, tan longo.
Sí.
Mi vocabulario español es mi lengua segunda. Soy estadounidense. Este es la vista desde otro lado del calle. Estoy aquí con mis amigos democratas. Estamos aquí para contra el movimiento de fascismo. ¡Tirar el fascismo! ¡Tirarlo! Dejar de apoyando Trump y el fascismo. Es muy importante cancelar el movimiento fascismo. What a festive, amazing city. This is Sunday morning. I'm not even half awake yet. Drinking my wake-up juice. All manner of people are walking, bicycling, walking their dogs. There's that dog there. Don't worry, your human will come back. He's just getting something. I can rent a bike. I brought my bike helmet this time. You know how you feel at home in a foreign country? Obviously speak the local language, but rent a bike. Acquire a bike and tear up the streets. I did that in Belize, in San Ignacio, Belize, 10 years ago. And yeah, it made me feel like a local for sure. Feliz Dia de Padre, Señor.
Gracias, igual.
What I'm doing right now is I'm going to be on foot to a place called Cerveceria Gibbons. It's obviously a beer brewery. I'm going to be attending the English-speaking business network event. My first time there, and just going to see what I can do, who I can meet, get out of the house, have a few drinks, have a good time, and I'll likely take an Uber coming back home. But so far the weather is nice, and the walk should take me about probably 40 minutes. It's about 2 miles. Well, I made it. I'm at Cerveceria Gibbons. My GPS got me here just fine. And this is a pretty hip place. Check this out. I love all the vineries. Ambiance. Very nice. Yeah, Guadalajara continues to impress me with all the venues, the cafes, coffee shops, now a beer brewery. All kinds of different cuisine is available in this city. There's more. Gibbons. And I'm having their house light beer, the Gibbons Light. Mexican light beer. It goes down smooth. Happy Monday morning. Today happens to be day number 90 here in Mexico, and I'm going on a mission of pounding the pavement, going to visit a couple of schools with my brochures, business cards and whatnot, and then after that I will take the bus to ITTO, my old school, and see if I can meet Stephanie in person. She's the lead that I'm working with on their job hunting services. I'll give her a couple copies of my brochure in English and Spanish and my business card. Hopefully she'll be there. I can make my acquaintance. It's Monday morning, and in less than an hour I've got my interview with Glish English. Should take the better part of 10 minutes. And then after that, I've got a half dozen questions to ask. The most important question being, do they even offer visa sponsorship? I'm guessing no, especially when you consider how low the salary is. 14,000 pesos per month, $750 US per month for over 200 hours a month of work. That's about half of the US minimum wage. So yeah, I'm not going to have many high expectations of this. Well, I just got done with the fastest job interview of my lifetime in my 30-year career. They were asking where I lived, and that naturally led to my telling them, here's a tourist till the end of October. They said, okay, so you don't have residency or a work permit? I said, no. And they said, yes, actually, I need to have not just residency, but permanent residency and a work permit, which I didn't know. They want permanent residency with permission to work, and no, they don't offer visa sponsorship. Not at this time. I was just reflecting on today's situation after the interview and the residency requirements and all that. To put things in perspective, in order to get permanent residency in Mexico, i.e. not temporary, permanent, you would need to have 6 figures in savings for the past 12 months. It might be $200,000 or it could be $150,000. It depends on which consulate you apply at. But look at it this way. If I already have 6 figures in the bank, US dollars, I'm not going to be looking for a job here. I wouldn't be looking for an English teaching job that pays, if you're lucky, $1,000 a month, give or take. So that's kind of disappointing that a company really wants me to have that level of money to even work for them. That makes no sense to me at all. But it is what it is. Now we're going 80 miles an hour. 80. This is freaking awesome. 85 miles an hour. I just got dropped off at the bus terminal here in Corozal, in the Corozal district of Belize. Yeah, I'm on Belize soil for the first time in a decade. That's pretty wild. I always wanted to come back.
The pink one you'll be riding is Sultana.
Sultana?
Yeah, Sultana.
Sultana. Well, hello there, cutie. She's coming up to say hi. Hello, gorgeous. Beautiful equestrian thing. Aw. You're affectionate. I like that. Morningside Ranch. Take the trail less traveled. Horseback riding, kayaking, horse sale, and stud service. Hey, beef, stud service. Yeah, they probably score. Yeah. Here we are. We're in Santa Elena. We were originally going to go on a trip. One of the guys at the hostel has a Jeep, but that Jeep started malfunctioning. So we were like, no, we're not driving somewhere with this Jeep that's got engine problems or whatever it was. So we're 4 of us. We're taking a walk here. That's Callum from the UK.
Hello.
Yeah, so we're just taking a walk. So it's a different kind of hike. A hike through Santa Elena village. This thing.
All these horses.
Yes, okay, and these horses appeared. Hey, buddy. He's eating his grass. He's eating the grass. We humans smoke the grass. Oh, this is cool. There's a greenhouse with 3 horses. Yes, I was telling my friends I want to buy land here in Belize one day.
Is this one even tied up?
No, wow, he's like not on his leash.
Wow.
It'd be cool to own a house near the river and have a cat and a dog and a horse. I made it. Welcome to Calpatch Archaeological Reserve. I remember some of this. I remember that building. I also remember this place being deserted when I was here. It was September 24th, 2015, late in the afternoon, I believe. This is likely the highest part that the public can access in Zunantinich Archaeological Reserve, or whatever the name of this place is. Zunantinich something, but I believe this is the highest vantage point you can get to. Pretty amazing view. That way's north, west is this direction, so out in the horizon, those distant hills, that's Guatemala. Looks very green, pure, untouched, unspoiled. In 2 weeks, I'll be there. Been doing some thinking about career plans, and 4 weeks ago was my second interview with the patent office, and I still haven't heard back regarding my status, and that could be partly due to the government shutdown, might have delayed some things. Offer might come in the coming weeks, but be that as it may, I've been having second thoughts about it for quite a while for a number of reasons. Well, for one, the protracted government shutdown that we had, that was about, 42 days, 7 weeks roughly, longest shutdown in U.S. history. And our government is only funded through January 30th of 2026. So even if I did go back to the U.S., to Virginia to live and work there, what would happen after February 1st? The Patent Office does have its own funding, but that's not indefinite. That would run dry at some point. And what if there's a really extended government shutdown, longer than the most recent one? Then my job would be in jeopardy, because I would be a brand new probationary employee for the first 12 months. And if the USPTO funding should run dry, what do you think they would do? First hired, first fired. So my job wouldn't be that secure, despite it being a federal job. It just makes me have second thoughts about taking that job. So what now? This is my last week in Belize. I'm here until Saturday afternoon, and then I'm taking the bus all the way to Antigua, Guatemala. I was originally going to come back to the United States, but I'm extending that timeline since I'm not going to take the PTO job. I'll be in Guatemala probably up until the early middle of February. And plus, I've identified Vietnam as a very viable destination for an English teaching job. They have a high demand for business English instructors who teach business English to working adults, not children. Bottom line is, what would make me happier? Vietnam, because that would be a lot more fun and interesting. Sure, the money at the patent office would be really good, and I could pay off my back taxes quicker, but money's not everything. It's not the end-all be-all. I would be kind of bummed out if it were all to come to an end in less than a month from now. I'd be moving back to an unstable country. So yeah, the show must go on. I've got a story that's worth writing about. Okay, I just entered Guatemala. Behind me is the border crossing, and now I just walked into the Guatemala immigration station, and they stamped my passport in, didn't ask me any questions. Quick and painless. Here's Guatemala. Here's the river that separates the two countries. I am loving this shit. Okay, we just all got into a bus, went from the island of Flores back into the main town, and we are going to take este autobús detrás de mí para Ciudad de Guatemala sobre la noche, and then we transfer to a van for the final leg to Antigua, which should take an hour. But yeah, this is a double-decker bus. Okay, I'm at the hostel entrance, only to find out we've moved to 1A Calle Poniente. I hope that's not far. And I've got all my bags, 60 pounds worth of shit. So now I need to lug all my shit to the address I need to find. This is why you get your SIM card before you arrive. And here it is, the world famous Arcos Santa Catalina. Another beautiful building. Anyway, as I was saying, beautiful building. Yeah, Guatemalan architecture, just as gorgeous and striking as Mexico has. This is the view from Cerro de la Cruz, Hill of the Cross, a couple hundred feet above the bustling cobblestone streets of Antigua. Guatemala, that is. This is definitely worth the climb. A lot of walking just to get to the main entrance of this place. And then, of course, you have the climb to get up to this area. Well worth it, in my opinion, and it's free. Guy over there dancing, getting into it, getting jiggy with it. Here it is, Lake Atitlan. Oh my. 5 stars. This place is awesome. Lake Atitlan. Beautiful and authentic. Deep inside this mall. This is really beautiful. Wow. Got nice music. Welcome to Oakland Place. Bocata rear, Bocata level 4 rear. Burgers first, drama later. Damn straight. That's awesome. So I'm moseying my way out of the mall. Behind me is where most of the action is, and now I found this courtyard. Wow. Yes, I definitely need to come back to this place at least one more time, but I am not in a position to go on a shopping spree. 1, for money reasons, and 2, I don't have room to store much. So I'll be headed back to the U.S. I want to go back to the U.S. with less stuff, not more. So, but yeah, it just keeps getting better here.